Hello YouTube, it is Saturday for like 5 more minutes as I'm saying this. I'm sorry this is going up so late, but I had my first rugby game of the season, which was totally awesome, and then I got home and immediately fell asleep. So you can probably see like some bruises on the camera, I don't know. My body just feels like pain right now. I feel like we haven't seen each other in ages because we haven't. It's been like 2 weeks. I was really busy last weekend. Didn't even think to pre-record it because I had this gigantic, huge LGBT conference at my campus and I was volunteering, and I think I got on the computer for like a total of 5 minutes the entire weekend. Just enough time to ask Eric for a sub video, which was very last minute, so I appreciate that he even did that. But now I'm back and it's been so long that I look completely different. I look like a little Rotsy boy, but I'm not Rotsy or a boy because I'm a man and still not Rotsy. Not that tough. Apparently this is how I make videos according to Reed, which is, you know, fairly accurate. So just when you think that I spent enough time introducing this video that I should start talking about high school, I do have one more thing to say. I missed a very important birthday last week, Chastity's birthday. She is a fantastic person and she actually like mailed me fan art a long time ago. That's awesome. I'm not even actually famous and I have fan art. That's pretty cool. So happy birthday to her, and now we can get on to the video, which is how to survive high school, which I have done successfully. I survived. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm not dead. For those of you who are like me and have already survived high school, you know, this video probably isn't the most relevant to your life, but if you are going into high school, in high school, teaching at a high school, really bored, this is totally the video for you. So here we go. So my school kind of went like this. Elementary school until you were about 10 years old, middle school until you were about 13 years old, and then high school from 14 to 18, and then you were out of there to college or whatever else, work, you know, just freedom and stuff. And each one of these segments of schooling had like a different atmosphere about it. I'd say elementary school was all about fun. Yay, recess. Oh no, it's raining. Yay, indoor recess. Tests? No, we're gonna have a carnival. And then middle school is just about us being as mean as possible to everyone. Your friends, your enemies, your dog, especially your dog. I was like, to my dog, I was like, woof, and he was like, woof, and I was like, woof. Not only are you mean to everyone, your dog, but I think you're pretty harsh on yourself in middle school too, just because everyone's mean to you, so you're like, I'm gonna be mean to myself and just tell myself that I'm horrible all the time. Because if you didn't get shit on in middle school, like, you're a wizard, Harry. Which brings us to now, high school, if now we're the past. High school's all about being cool. And the thing is, it doesn't mean that no one's gonna be mean and no one's gonna have fun anymore. Because people have misconstrued conceptions of what makes them cool. Some of them will be like, oh, I'm gonna be mean to this person, that's gonna make me cool. Some of them will be like, I'm gonna do this really cool, fun thing, and it's gonna be cool because it's a cool, fun thing. And some people are gonna be like, I'm gonna be really nice to everyone because that's what being cool is. And then there's gonna be the people who are like, I don't give a shit what people think. And you know, they probably think that's really cool. But some people are gonna do it in the worst ways, and it's going to victimize you, and they're gonna be like, you suck, and they're gonna try and like, suck the cool out of you like one of those life steals, and you're just gonna be like a crippled blob over there, and they're gonna be like walking around with like a sack of your cool. So if you're trans, of course they're gonna pick on you because you have the highest level of cool. Because if you're trans, you are the coolest, and they're gonna fight you and they're gonna steal it. That is a joke. Being trans does not make you any cooler, really. It, like, honestly, it doesn't make you cooler to be trans. Doesn't make you less cool, but it's not cool in itself. And you have to realize that being cool is not a bad thing. I'm not trying to put a negative connotation on being cool. Let's say the biggest bully in high school is going around and taking everyone's cool and just like breaking everyone down and has this like gigantic aura of everyone's cool that he stole, and you go up and you stand up to him, you think it's the coolest thing ever that you're like standing up to him, you just like take all of his cool and you start like throwing it everywhere. And they're like, you get a cool, and you get a cool, and you get a cool, and then you grow up to be Oprah. Being cool does not mean making an asshole out of yourself. Being cool does not mean that you're not being yourself. I mean, you can really figure out who you are by trying to figure out what you think is cool. If you're like, I think sports are really cool, I'm gonna try that shit. And then you go and play sports and you love it, then like, you're not just trying to be cool anymore. Or if you see someone, you're like, that person's really cool, they do all these cool things that are cool, I wanna be their friend, then you go talk to them, and you're like, look, I do the same cool things as you, and you guys are like, wow, we're so cool, let's be friends, and then you're best friends forever. A lot of what we do in the relationships we make revolves around what we think is cool. Like, you do that, you're cool. This is cool, I'm gonna do that. And if bullies are making friends with bullies, then they're gonna keep bullying people because that's apparently how they're making friends, and who wants to not have friends? Like, they could have picked a different way to do it, but apparently they didn't. And there's always gonna be people everywhere, like not just in high school, but especially in high school, because it's like this one big cool contest, where people are gonna think that the only way to be cool is to kind of like cut out the competition. Like, there's 1 bajillion people in my high school and only like this many can be cool, so I'm gonna have to make their self-esteem low so they don't think they're cool anymore, because like, if they're not cool, then I'm more cool. And these are just the kind of people that you're gonna have to ignore, because the entire body of the high school does not run off of the same vat of coolness. You can't look at the popular kids who give you hell and be like, I am not like them, so I can't be cool because they are the coolest ones in the school. You just have to realize that they're not your kind of cool. Maybe the kid playing the trombone in the marching band is your kind of cool, and you're like, I should probably learn how to play the maracas and join the marching band. Or you think math is cool, so go be good at math. There's gonna be other people who think math is cool, and then you're all gonna have a little cool fest together, and it's not gonna matter what the bullies think are cool because they have their own thing. over there. And maybe later in life, the bullies are gonna get it together and they're actually great people and they're gonna right all their wrongs, but you know, right now in high school, when they're being assholes, they're not cool. They're not cool to you, and you don't need to give them the time of day because you have other people to impress. And you don't have to impress anyone. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna care what someone thinks, it shouldn't be the people who you don't think are cool. The real cool people are the people who are gonna think that you're cool back. That's the main idea here. It's fantastic to be cool. If you looked at yourself and said, I'm not cool, then that's a problem. And if you're around people who are telling you and making you think that you're not cool, that's a problem. To survive high school, be around people who think you're cool. There are gonna be some. To sum this all up, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you not to try and be cool, and that being yourself is way better than ever trying to be cool, because we're always gonna try and be cool. We're gonna take that long after high school and just always try and be cool in front of the people we wanna be cool in front of. Like, I'm still trying to be cool. If I see someone attractive across the room, I'm gonna be like, so cool. I'm so cool. But I am trying to say that if you do what you think is cool and not base it off of the popular kids who probably have a completely different definition of cool than you, whether they're good people or not, but that's never gonna really make you cool. What's gonna make you cool is when you do what you think is cool, and that, you know, you're gonna be yourself while you're at it, and you're gonna meet people who are doing the things you think are cool, so you're gonna end up being friends with the people who you think are the coolest. What's better than being friends with the coolest people ever? Like, my friends are the coolest people ever. And not everyone will think that, but I think that. That's what matters. And we just have this little circle of cool. Like, it doesn't matter if you have like a billion friends or just that one person who you found that it fits your definition of cool and who you fit theirs. And if you don't do what you think is cool, you're not gonna make it. See you next Saturday.